audio and video. Give me a moment. Yes, I am live. Okay, so let us start with today's current affairs. So here we'll be learning in detail about issues that are important from our exam point of view. Going forward, my name is Manoj Kumar. I'm a civil engineering graduate. I've cleared SSC CPO, ESIC UDC, LIC ADO. Here you can have a look at the iconic features. You'll have priority in doubt solving. You'll also have priority in live classes. Priority in doubt solving will be through the Unacademy app via Ask a Doubt feature, and priority in live classes will be in live class via Raise a Hand feature. Going forward, what is Ask a Doubt by Unacademy? You go to the Doubts and Solutions feature on your home screen. Click on Ask a Doubt and upload your doubt image. Crop the image and highlight the question. Choose the subject that the question falls under. Here you can have a look at the test series. A few test series are for free and a few paid tests as well. You can attempt all these tests live and recorded now. Going forward, raise a hand feature. Raise a hand feature is applicable for plus subscribers only. So what is raise a hand feature? In the middle of a live class, if you have any doubt, you get the option to raise your hand. You can raise your hand and get your doubts resolved. Online is much better than offline. Going forward, about subscription plan for 24 months, that is 2 years, it is 7,800. For 1 year, it is 6,500, and for 6 months, it is 5,400. You can use my referral code. My referral code is MJ10, and you will get 10% off on your subscription. And for 2 years, it is going to cost less than 7,020 rupees. Going forward, report and win feature. This is an opportunity for all learners to report any inappropriate content in the video. If you are the first one to report any particular issue, you get to win prize. So report any inappropriate content using the form that is in the description box below. Going forward to the first topic, Chinese bridge at Pangang So. Oh, so Pangang So, this is a lake in eastern Ladakh. Eastern Ladakh. So this Pangang So, this is the endorhoric lake. Endorhoric lake. What is endorhoric lake? Endorhoric lake is a lake which does not have any outflow. No outflow. No outflow. So this was believed to be a part of Shyok River. Shyok, which is a tributary of Indus. Shyok is a tributary of Indus, but it got natural. There was a natural damming that happened. Natural damming. So after the natural damming, it is no more a part of Shyok River. And this Pangang, 60% of this Pangang, so it lies in the Tibet Autonomous Region, and the remaining part lies here. Hi Prashant, hi. So going forward, there's a new bridge that's being constructed on this Pangang So lake, and that is a reason that has added to the ongoing standoff between China and India. And China is building another bridge on the Pangang So. Construction of the new bridge was spotted in a satellite image. Let's have a look at the location of the bridge. And to be very vague about the dimensions of the lake is around 134-kilometer long. So that's as long as from Bangalore to Mysore, and it is 5 kilometer wide at its broadest point. At its broadest point. So you can just imagine the mammoth size of this lake. So imagine a lake that is from Bangalore to Mysore, and it has a width of 5 kilometer. We don't get to see those kind of lakes, especially for people like me who are in Bangalore. I would definitely want to visit this lake. And this lake is a reason of standoff now. So China is building a bridge near two friction points on north bank of Pangang So and Chushul subsector on the south bank. The bridge is around 400-meter long and 8-meter wide. The bridge is being constructed at 20 kilometers east of Finger 8 on the north bank. So here at the narrowest point, that is where they are trying to build a bridge, and this will reduce the travel time from 16 hours to 4 hours. 4 hours, and they can easily move their troops from one bank of the lake to the other bank, to the opposite bank, very quickly, and this will benefit PLA, that is People's Liberation Army. More on this. So what is the issue? In India's perception, line of actual control lies at Finger 8. Remember, line of actual control, this is along the India and China border. India and China border. But line of control, this is along India and Pakistan border. India and Pakistan border. So these are two different things. And along the line of actual control, there lies a point called finger eight. Finger eight is a point. Site of the bridge is within India's claim line. However, this area has been under Chinese control since 1958. Pangang so is 135-kilometer long lake. I told you it's around 134, 135-kilometer long. So you can imagine the length of this lake, massive, vast. Around two-third, I told you 60% of the lake is under Chinese control. This bridge is near the halfway mark. Going forward, what is the significance of the bridge and area? Finger 4 was one among the first friction areas in the current standoff. It has seen frequent clashes. Furthermore, banks of Pangang So were among the most sensitive friction points in May 2020. Troops and tanks, they faced each other a few hundred meters closer in some places until their disengagement in Feb 2021. So, there was a constant ruffling that was happening along the Indo-China border. Yeah, so that had escalated in Feb 2021 when Indian Army and the PLA, they were around like just meters apart, and all of a sudden there had to be disengagement. Why is the bridge important to China? The bridge will help China in quick mobilization of PLA. I told you PLA is the army of China. It is People's Liberation Army. People's Liberation Army. Troops between two banks at one of the narrowest points of the lake. I told you narrowest point of the lake, that is where they'll target. Kailash range is about 35 kilometers west of the bridge. As per sources, when India carried out this operation, Chinese troops were not able to mobilize quickly. Now this bridge will enable Chinese troops to simply cross over, reduce the travel time to Kailash range to 4 hours from 12 hours. So this is how much of time it is going to reduce for the Chinese army if they have to come from uh, China, this particular point to Kailash range. It will reduce the travel time from 12 hours to 4 hours. Going forward, what is India's response? India has been monitoring the bridge construction activity closely since this bridge is being constructed in areas that China has occupied illegally for 60 years now. Government has been taking necessary steps to ensure India's security interests. India is also upgrading and developing infrastructure along the northern border, including tunnels, roads, all-weather connectivity, additional bridges, strategic railway lines, and storage facilities for supply. India has also been inducting additional troops. Infrastructure and accommodation facilities have been constructed for 25,000 additional troops in this area. So after mostly post 2014, we have seen that the strength of the army has increased. More personnel are being recruited and additional troops is being dispatched into this area. So that's a good thing. This will ensure that India's security interests are preserved. Going forward to the next topic, UNSC 3D virtual diplomacy. So we saw virtual gaming. Now we are going to see virtual diplomacy. So what is this virtual diplomacy? Let us see virtual diplomacy later on. But first, let us see what is UNSC. UNSC is one of the 5 principal organs of UN. UNSC stands for United Nations Security Council. Security Council. About this UNSC, UNSC has 15 members, out of which 10 are non-permanent members and 5 are permanent members. The 5 permanent members include China, France, UK, US, and Russia. 5 permanent members. 10 non-permanent members. Currently, India is a non-permanent member, and non-permanent members, they are elected for a tenure of 2 years. 2 years is how long one can be elected, and India for the 8th time it is a member of this non-permanent membership. And why this non NP and permanent membership? Why the no? What's the difference between non-permanent and permanent membership? Permanent members, they have the power of veto power rests with the permanent members. Non-permanent members don't have this. What is veto power? Suppose 9 permanent members, they vote on a resolution, and one non-permanent member, he uses this veto power, then the resolution will lapse. That is the power of veto. Okay, that is about UNSC. And also the headquarters of UNSC, it is in New York. Okay, please remember New York, USA. That is about UNSC. On Jan 20, 2022, members of the United Nations Security Council, they went on a virtual field trip to Colombia with the help of virtual reality technology. So they're using virtual reality technology to push virtual diplomacy. Virtual reality is the technology that is used in virtual gaming as well. Yeah. Now, what is this 3D virtual diplomacy? On a virtual trip, they listen, watch, and got insights into the peace process and what it looks like in Colombia. For the first time, UNSC in New York used virtual reality technology in its Security Council session. This is for the first time that UNSC has done this, and this innovative solution will help in understanding conflicts, peacekeeping, and peace building in a better manner. Going forward, what is digital diplomacy? Digital diplomacy is also dubbed as digiplomacy or e-diplomacy. What is diplomacy or e-diplomacy? It is nothing but digital diplomacy. Just like how we call education technology as edtech, here they are calling digital diplomacy as e-diplomacy. It is defined as the new information communication technologies and internet to achieve diplomatic objectives. It focuses on interplay between internet and diplomacy. So use both internet and diplomacy. Okay, this will give you better results in a very quick span. And virtual reality is simulated experience which can be similar to or completely different from the real world. Applications of virtual reality include entertainment, education, business like virtual meetings. Other types of VR style technology include augmented reality and mixed reality. It is an artificial and computer generated simulation or recreation of real life situation or environment. If you have played a virtual reality game, VR game, you will be playing as if you are in the field for real. You are in a cricket field or you are in a tennis field, whichever game you are playing. It is as if you are there for real. That is the power that virtual reality technology has. Also, I have been seeing a few architects, they use virtual reality to develop apps wherein they give a 3D view of what is going to be constructed, the plan, the project. So these are all the advantages of virtual reality. And virtual reality is usually achieved by wearing a headset such as Facebook's Oculus. If you Google Facebook's Oculus, it is equipped with virtual reality technology wherein you wear that headset. It's just like a helmet, a half helmet along with a glass. So if you wear that, you see everything being reality. Yeah, though it is virtual, it looks as if it is real. Both opposites, but yeah. Going forward, virtual reality modeling language VRML. So just like how for C programming we have one language, here for virtual reality also there is one modeling language, and it was introduced in 1994. It was invented to develop virtual worlds without dependency on headset. Subsequently in 1997, Web 3D Consortium was founded to develop the industry standards for web-based 3D graphics. And about the UNSC, I have already told you it is one among the six principal organs, not five, it is six principal organs of United Nations. It is charged with ensuring international peace and security. So to ensure international peace and security, this is the major objective of UNSC. That is why it conducts peacekeeping operations in different countries and it tries to ensure international peace and stability. Also, it recommends the admission of new UN members to UNGA. UNSC will recommend who should be new members of UNGA, United Nations General Assembly, as well as approve any changes to UN Charter. If any changes are to be done to UN Charter, it should be approved by UNSC. And about the members of UNSC, I have already told you there are 15 members. Out of them, 5 are permanent members. Permanent members are China, France, Russia, United Kingdom, USA. And the permanent members, they have veto power. I have already told you what is veto power. And the remaining 10 members, they are elected on a regional basis and serve for a term of 2 years. So India has a term for 2021-22, 2 years. It has a term, and during this is the eighth time that India is getting to be non-permanent members of UNSC, and also India is trying its best to get permanent membership at UNSC, but that's going to take time. And UNSC presidency also rotates amongst its members. So monthly, every month there will be a new UNSC president. I mean the country here. Going forward to the next topic, Arunachal Pradesh Infrastructure Financing Authority. So Arunachal Pradesh has come up with Infrastructure Financing Authority. Arunachal Pradesh government is to establish Arunachal Pradesh Infrastructure Financing Authority. The decision was taken by the cabinet during the Golden Jubilee celebrations. And what celebrations are these? The state of Arunachal Pradesh was created in 1972. Please do note this. So it is completing 50 years. So it is very important from our exam point of view. So all you need to do is, suppose you forget when was Arunachal Pradesh established, then you should know that okay, Arunachal Pradesh has completed 50 years from since its inception, so or else from the time that it got statehood. So 2022 is the present year, minus 50, you will get 1972. As simple as that. You don't need to mug up anything. Just remember Arunachal Pradesh state completed 50 years. And in 2022, it has been 50 years. I already told you this. Thus, the state is celebrating 50th anniversary. It is celebrating 50th anniversary. On the first day of the month-long celebrations, the cabinet made several decisions to confer. What are the conditions of the cabinet? Now we saw the cabinet decisions. What are the cabinet decisions to confer Arunachal Ratna award to late KAA Raja? The award is one of the highest state awards of Arunachal Pradesh. He was a former governor. Arunachal Ratna award, every state has its own Ratna. Karnataka has Karnataka Ratna, Arunachal Ratna, and Assam. So tell me, which Assam Ratna, or the highest state award of Assam, is being conferred to which great personality? Who is that important personality? Please do tell me in the comment box below. Financial assistance of 500 SHGs, that is self-help groups. They are to be provided with 1 lakh rupees each. 300 primary level federations will receive 2 lakh rupees each. District level good governance index is to be formulated. This is very important. All this while we had Niti Aayog giving us state indices. Now we have Arunachal Pradesh giving district level good governance index, and selecting 50 schools to develop as the Golden Jubilee model schools. Rupees 12 crore of financial assistance per school has been estimated for this project. In all, the model school projects will receive 500 crores of rupees. 365 infrastructure projects are to be inaugurated and completed between 2022 and 2023. Golden Jubilee Merit Award for students competing in Class 12 and entering premier institutions such as IITs, IIMs, All India Institute of Medical Science, etc. Additional 5,000 rupees over existing 20,000 rupees for Dulhari Kanya scheme. And about the financing authority, the authority will look after the development needs of the state. It will work towards all round development of the state and will focus on improving the ease of living of the locals. About Arunachal Pradesh Statehood Day, previously Arunachal Pradesh was called as the Northeast Frontier Agency, NEFA. NEFA. Okay, if you watch Sam Manik Shah's interview, he will still call this place NEFA, that is Northeast Frontier Agency, and it was renamed Arunachal Pradesh on Jan 20, 1972. It was made a union territory. It was made a state in 1987. So in 1972, Arunachal Pradesh was a union territory. In 1987, it was made a state. So do tell me, along with Arunachal Pradesh, which was the state that got statehood in 1987. Let me give you a hint. It was after the 56th Constitutional Amendment Act that this particular state became a state from a union territory in 1987. 56th Constitutional Amendment Act. You should know what is this. And three options were considered while naming the state of Arunachal Pradesh. They are Brahma Mandal, Udayanchal, and Arunachal. Then Arunachal was chosen. Arunachal literally means land of rising sun. Aruna means sun, correct? Aruna means sun, and it is bounded by China, Myanmar, Bhutan, Assam, and Nagaland. It shares borders with three countries. So do note, Arunachal Pradesh shares borders with three countries. Which are the three countries? China, Myanmar, and Bhutan. Going forward to the next topic, hologram statue of Netaji. Prime Minister of Narendra Modi is to unveil a hologram statue of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose near India Gate in Delhi. So this is going to cost less, right? So we don't need to invest the entire money on building a statue. A hologram statue is nothing but a 3D statue. It will look as if the statue is for real. And birthday of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, this is celebrated on Jan 23rd. And about the statue is powered by 4K projectors capable of delivering 30,000 lumens of brightness value. The cost of these projects, and remember here lumens, this is the unit of measuring light intensity, light intensity. intensity. And the cost of this projectors is around 15 lakh rupees. Their projection capacity will be 13 by 13 feet. The statue is 6 feet wide and 28 feet tall. Apart from the projector, the technology also demands a screen. The screen is invisible to the visitors. And what is hologram? The hologram technology projects an image. It's just like a projector, but it's a 3D projector. We have seen projectors, right? So just like projectors, these are 3D projectors. The image is projected in such a way that it looks so realistic. Also, the image will appear 3D. And what are the applications of hologram? Please do note down the applications of hologram: to make telecommunications call using 5G, in the field of education, depicting the work of a machine or a human organ, in musical shows, to save victims trapped under collapsed building, in marketing and sales. Going forward, about Netaji statue at England's King Palace, the hologram statue is to be placed at the spot where once the statue of King George V of England stood. The statue was removed in 1968. Next topic is about Parakram Divas. Okay, the birth anniversary of Netaji is celebrated as Parakram Divas, and it is celebrated on Jan 23rd. Remember, Jan 23rd is Parakram Divas. So do tell me, I will give you a supplementary question. Recently, a train has been renamed Netaji Express. What was the actual name of this train? This is a train that runs in West Bengal. What is the name of Netaji Express? What was the previous name of Netaji Express? And this is the train that Subhash Chandra Bose used to escape from India. It was celebrated for the first time in 2021. Netaji birthday is an official holiday in Tripura, Assam, Jharkhand, and West Bengal. Going forward, ahead of Republic Day, what are the things that we get to see? The entire Rajpath is decorated with Kala Kumbhat. What is Kala Kumbhat? You can go back to my previous video. I have told you what is Kala Kumbhat, and the eternal flame called Amar Jyoti Jawan is being put out. It was merged with the torch at the National War Memorial. The memorial was created in 2019. Amar Jawan Jyoti was built after Indo-Pakistan War in 1971. It was built to honor the soldiers who lost their lives in the war. Going forward to the next topic, Delhi street scrapping project. What is this project? Delhi government is to begin a redeveloping street scrapping beautification project. Around 540 kilometer of road in the national capital are to be beautified. So Delhi is coming up with street scrapping project. That is, they will redevelop, scrap the redundant streets and beautify the streets. About the project, under the project, the roads in the country capital will be redeveloped to European standards. European roads, they are one of the best roads in the entire world, and with 30 meters or above. Okay, the width. Also, the project will make the road safer for pedestrians. The project will make roads balanced for transit vehicles, cyclists, and pedestrians. So now the problem with Indian roads is, on Indian roads, from a bullock cart till a big truck, all the trucks, they will use the same road. Okay, there is no place for pedestrians to walk, no place for cyclists, no place for ambulances. So all these are issues with the Indian roads. The reason is proper planning was not accommodated, and the demands, it keeps changing. A lot of reasons there. And the project, this is to be implemented in hybrid annuity model. Sir, what is hybrid annuity model, sir? Suppose now hybrid annuity model, let's say it is between the public welfare department of Delhi and another private limited company. Okay, between, let us say it is L&T. Okay, L&T is one of the biggest construction companies that you can see in India. So between L&T and PWD of Delhi, this hybrid annuity model. So what will happen is, suppose the cost of the project, let us say it is 100% is the cost of the project. In this, public work department will say, I will provide you 60% of the cost now. 60% of the total cost I will provide you now. Every year I will pay it. That is why annuity means annually I will pay 60% of the cost. Then what about the 40%, boss? 40% first L&T will put. L&T will put this 40%. How they can do it? By raising money. Raising money means giving equity to people or some sort. This is a big company, it can raise 40% of the revenue. Once this 40% revenue is raised, 5 years will be completed. After 5 years, completion of 5 years, in the next coming on years, public work department, this will pay this 40% based on the asset that is created. asset that L&T has created. If the asset is really good, then the valuation will be more. Then PWD will have to pay more. Yeah, if the asset is really bad, then PWD will pay less. What will this do? This will make sure that this private company, this will focus on good work. Okay, so that's the reason hybrid annuity model. This was introduced recently. That's about hybrid annuity model. Going forward, what is the plan? The Public Welfare Department of Delhi has appointed 9 consultants. These consultants will advise the government on street scrapping. Also, the consultants will analyze the data, study the traffic patterns, and frame solutions. Also, they will make sure the roads are sustainable and lay within equitable spaces. So, why was this project launched? According to the Center for Science and Environment, the national capital faces highest number of fatal accidents. On average, 5 deaths occur in Delhi due to road accidents every day. So every day there are 5 accidents. Okay, so imagine the number of deaths in a year. In a year, it is going to be how much? 5 into 365 deaths in a year. That is 1095 deaths in a year. This is on an average. On an average, this may vary between 1200 to 1300. And imagine the number of years. This is going to go on because the number of vehicles are definitely going to increase. Population is increasing, so this death number of deaths will also increase. It would definitely won't decrease. This is mainly because the road width is irregular all over the city. Also, in some places, the extra spaces along the roadsides are not utilized properly. Going forward, what is the significance? Each road in the capital is unique and different. The project will realign the roads. It will provide equal space for pedestrians. All the Delhi roads will have special lanes for cycles under the project. Also, the project will allocate spaces for toilets, water coolers, green space, rainwater harvesting, libraries, street furniture, e-rickshaw, and last mile connectivity. So you have to look at the significance. Going forward to the next topic. United Nations recently announced that the world is to face 5 major risks. So UN is saying the world will face 5 major risks. What are the first? So for these 5 major risks, they are referred to as alarm global fire. 5 alarm global fire. So what are the 5 alarms? First one is COVID-19 battle. We have seen that from 2020, the whole world is fighting COVID. The whole world is fighting COVID, and in this process of fighting COVID, the statement made by United Nations secretary was UN secretary of UN. He said that COVID-19 battle which the whole world is facing is a something that is to be noted, and also uh, regarding vaccines, it has been proved that vaccines are safe and science has helped us. And reform global finance because of COVID, there is global recession happening. So reform global finance reforms are required and climate emergency. Recently Conference of Parties 26 that was held in Glasgow also stressed on climate emergency, which is the need of the moment. And we also see that because of climate change, Indonesia is changing its capital from Jakarta to Nusantara. And technology and cyberspace, the secretary also said that there is going to be lawlessness in cyberspace. Why? Many countries, they are not cyber equipped, and cyberspace is somewhere there where restrictions are required in cyberspace, or else if given freedom it can be utilized for illicit activities. And also peace and security, global peace is going down. Okay, it's going to go down, and that is one of the alarm that has been raised. So global peace and security is required. All the countries that are involved in conflicts, they should switch to ceasefire. Going forward, what is the solution? UN has suggested that in order to prevent or to reduce this risk, the country should go into emergency mode. Also, they should go into emergency mode. The global emissions should be reduced by 45% by the end of the decade. Global emissions, this is for climate change. Going forward, what is the current scenario? According to United Nations, the pandemic favors the rich and is punishing the poor. That is what we are seeing. The rich, they are becoming richer, and the poor, they are becoming poorer. And this pandemic, this has aggravated this. This is making the rich more richer. Yeah, and also this is punishing the poor. We have seen street vendors or grocery dealers, local grocery dealers, all of them, they are being punished. And the global financial system, it is bankrupt. Yeah, actually, a good, reliable, and a strong financial system should support countries through their financial shocks. Unfortunately, this is not happening now. lopsided investments are being made. What is lopsided investment? On one end, they're investing a lot, and the other, they're not investing. Okay, investments, they should be equitable. Yeah, so it should satisfy both the ends, and this is leading to lopsided recovery. There is a need to expand internet access. More internet access is required. Even today, we see many countries without internet access. Why many countries? Even in India, in many rural areas, people find it hard to afford internet. More than 3 billion people are still offline. That is, they do not have access to internet. The world government should take immediate actions to data misuse, cybercrime, and misinformation. As I've already told you, there is going to be lawlessness in cyberspace. The middle income countries are denied of debt relief. The poorer countries are facing slowest growth or no growth at all. The women and girls from the major part of the poor in the world, the women and girls, they form the major part of the poor in the world. And the poor in the middle income countries, they are facing forced migration. The personal information is being misused and manipulated all over the world. There is a huge violation of human rights and undermining of democratic institutions. So this is endangering global peace and security. Going forward, about climate crisis, the world is completely off tracking its in limiting the temperature rise by 1.5 degrees Celsius. So this is Paris Accord or Paris Agreement. This was signed in 2015. What is the agreement that was signed in 2015? To reduce the global temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius as compared to industrial levels. Going forward to the next topic, Mangaluru Plastic Park. The central government has recently approved to build a plastic park in Ganjimat, that is in Mangaluru, Karnataka, and the park will be created at a cost of 62.77 crores. It is being built by the Karnataka Industrial Areas Development Board land. Fund allocation of the total cost of the project, that is 62.77 crores. The union government will share 50% of the cost, that is 31.38 crores. The rest 50% will be borne by the KADB. KADB is Karnataka Industrial Areas Development Board. And what is the plan? KADB will create a special purpose vehicle. Special purpose vehicles are those vehicles that are created for one particular project. So as soon as the project is over, this SPVs will lapse under its purview to implement the project. Also, KIADB is the major promoter. Ifs and buts in the project. The central government, that is the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, has set criteria in the project implementation. If the project is not completed within 3 months, the resources allocated will be reallocated to other deserving projects. About the plastic park, the park is to generate hundreds of employment for the local youth. Polypropylene unit is to be set up in the park. This unit will provide raw materials to polymer and plastic units inside the park. Polypropylene is a thermoplastic polymer. It is mainly used in plastic packaging. Also, the park will help reduce transport costs. This is because 32 companies are to be established within the park. This includes entrepreneurs from other districts as well. The park will include admin building, export building, and warehouse facility. About the plastic park scheme, the plastic parks are industrial zones. They play a key role in the growth of machinery supplies and plastic manufacturing, plastic recycling, and plastic processing companies. So plastic parks, right? They are industrial zones. They are not parks where you can see here. They are not parks where children can go play. And these plastic parks have so far been created in Tamont village in Madhya Pradesh, Bilua village in Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh, and Pradeep village near Jagat Singhpur in Odisha, Jellapukri in Assam, Devipur in Jharkhand, Olayur in Tiruvallur district of Tamil Nadu. And what is the need for plastic park? India's share in global plastic export is just 1%. The Indian plastic industry is big, however, it is highly fragmented. The plastic parks will help consolidate the industry. And that's it for today. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please do like, share, and subscribe. We'll catch up in another video, and until the next video, see you. Bye bye.